Ever feel like managing your money is less about math and more like a full-on war with your own brain? Yeah, let's get into that.
I mean, this is a question so many of us ask ourselves. You get that raise, you land the better job, but then you look at your bank account and you're somehow in the exact same spot. What is going on? Okay, picture this. It's payday. That notification hits your phone, and you get that huge wave of relief, right? All that possibility. For a hot second, you actually feel rich. So you open your banking app and the balance looks good. Your mind just starts racing, making plans, thinking about all the stuff you need, and maybe, just maybe, all the stuff you want. And then, poof, a few days later, it's just gone. The anxiety starts creeping back in, and you're just sitting there like, wait, where did it all go? It's a super frustrating cycle. But listen, it's not entirely your fault. See, there are these invisible forces, these psychological traps that are running on autopilot in the back of your mind. Let's break down what's really happening. All right, first up is the big one, instant gratification. Psychologists call it present bias. Basically, our brains are hardwired to want things right now. It's this old school survival instinct where a small reward today feels way, way better than a much bigger reward down the road. And let's be real, modern life is basically a minefield for this stuff. That morning coffee, the food delivery app on your phone, that buy now button, they're all designed to give you that instant hit. It makes thinking long-term feel almost impossible. Okay, next up, we've got social comparison. Think about it like this. Your happiness is basically just your reality minus what you expect. And today, our expectations are totally warped by seeing everyone else's perfect highlight reels online. It's a game you just can't win. You're just scrolling, right? And you see their perfect vacation, their brand new car, their fancy dinner. And that little voice in your head kicks in going, I want that. Why don't I have that? Honestly, that constant comparison is the quickest way to feel like you're failing, even when you're not. And all of that leads us straight into trap number 3, lifestyle inflation. Oh, this one is sneaky. It's that habit of letting your spending grow every single time your income does. The problem is, the goalpost just keeps moving. That bigger paycheck you worked so hard for, it doesn't end up in savings. Nope. It goes to a nicer apartment, a more expensive car, fancier nights out. You're working harder, running faster, but you're stuck in the same financial spot. So if it's not actually about how much money you make, then what is the real problem here? Here it is. Your problem isn't your money. It's your brain. It's not about financial literacy, it's about financial behavior. It's all about those invisible scripts running in your head. But here's the good news. You can absolutely rewrite that script. So how do we actually do that? Well, it's not about becoming a Wall Street genius or creating some crazy complex spreadsheet. It's about using simple, powerful rules to outsmart your own brain. I'm going to give you 3 rules to start winning this game. Super simple, totally actionable, and trust me, they actually work. Rule number 1, the 24-hour rule. You see something you want, and it's not, a life-or-death necessity. Add it to your online cart, but don't you dare click buy. Just wait 24 hours. That little delay is like a cooling-off period for your brain. It totally short-circuits that instant gratification impulse. You'll be amazed how often you realize you didn't even want it that badly. Okay, rule number 2. Pay yourself first. This is huge. Building wealth has very little to do with your income and almost everything to do with your savings rate. So the second you get paid, set up an automatic transfer to your savings account. Do it before you pay bills, before rent, before you even think about buying a coffee. That savings rate, it's way more powerful than how much you earn. And rule number 3 is to track the small leaks. But really, this is about managing your ego. Wealth isn't built from a high income. It's built in that gap between your ego and your income. Stop buying stuff just to show other people you have money. True wealth is quiet. It's the money you don't see, the money you don't spend. The less you need to prove, the more you'll have. So after all this, what's the one thing you absolutely need to remember? The ultimate takeaway? It's this right here. Money doesn't change your life. Your habits do. Getting a raise isn't the magic fix. Even winning the lottery won't solve your problems if your habits are broken. The only thing that builds real, lasting financial freedom is changing your behavior, one choice at a time. Your future isn't decided by your next paycheck. It's decided by your next decision.